The Nintendo Switch is a handy and innovative little system that allows players to take their games with them wherever they go. As such, many of the games that have been released for the Switch have been specifically designed so that they don't require an internet connection in order to be enjoyed. While video games have become largely focused on internet connectivity in the past decade, offline single-player games are just as important to have available on a console's library. Not everyone has access to high-speed internet. Thankfully, today we've got you covered if you ever end up in that situation. Hello again, friends, and welcome back to Game Rant. I'm Casey, and these are 10 of the best Nintendo Switch games that don't require an internet connection. At number 10, we've got The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. The Switch has been quite the remake machine, with games like Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and the Crash Bandicoot N. Sane Trilogy. With that in mind, a remake of The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening feels right at home on the console. Obviously, the game had to be rebuilt from the ground up as it was originally a Game Boy title, and the end results are simply gorgeous. This is largely the same Link's Awakening it's always been, but in a much more digestible form for modern gamers. Zelda games have never required an internet connection to enjoy, and the same applies here. At number 9, we've got Pokemon Legends Arceus. Switch owners have their pick of traditional Pokemon games, but the console's projects have generally divided audiences. While only a spin-off, Pokemon Legends Arceus is arguably the franchise's strongest title on Nintendo's system, and it offers an experience that's comparable enough to Scarlet and Violet to scratch a similar itch. Focused on open-world gameplay, Legends Arceus pushes combat to the side in favor of exploration, a mix that pays off well. That said, turn-based battles are still part of the package. At number 8, we've got Super Mario Odyssey. Though there are a few online functions attached to Super Mario Odyssey, most notably the time trial-inspired Luigi's Balloon World, the crux of the experience is centered around classic single-player action. It's technically possible to play with a second-person controlling Cappy, although this is more of a gimmick than anything else. The game itself features an array of vibrant sandbox kingdoms for Mario to explore with his brand new capture ability, which allows him to take control of enemies and other characters that would usually be NPCs. There's a ton to do in every single kingdom. Players can easily spend well over 100 hours in this game. At number 7, we've got Fire Emblem Three Houses. Fire Emblem Three Houses features a small amount of online content in the form of travelers, but overall they're not even close to being required in order to enjoy the game. As with most of the other Fire Emblem games, the real fun can be found in single-player offline gameplay, and Three Houses is one of the best examples of this. Three Houses allows players to complete every single battle at their own pace, explore the monastery, and enjoy their support conversations with other units, all without any online connection. There is a ton of fun to be had with this game, and completing every possible route can take anywhere from 200 to 300 hours. At number 6, we've got Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE. Perhaps one of the few saving graces for the Wii U, what with it being a pretty colossal failure in terms of sales, is that most of its standout titles have at least been given a new lease on life on the Nintendo Switch. One of these games is the strangely wonderful Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE. Now rebranded as Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE Encore, this enhanced version comes bundled with all of its downloadable content, brand new content from games like Persona 5 and Fire Emblem Three Houses, and some much needed quality of life improvements to make it one of the best RPGs on the system. At number 5, we've got Octopath Traveler 2. Octopath Traveler is for those who miss 90s turn-based JRPGs, particularly ones developed by Square. Both games in the series tell 8 standalone stories, with each arc revolving around one party member. While the characters tag along for each other's missions, they don't play narrative roles in any tale but their own. Although this can be off-putting, Octopath Traveler 2 expands the characters' banter, so they do at least come across as a party rather than a collection of strangers. A true feast for the eyes, Octopath Traveler 2 utilizes a 2.5D art style that skirts the lines between retro and modern. The combat system might not hold too many surprises for turn-based veterans, but it's certainly polished and deep. At number 4, we've got Undertale. Undertale is a completely solo offline experience that everybody should try at least once. It's one of the most impressive indie games ever created and has an incredible soundtrack, unique game mechanics, and some genuinely hilarious moments that will have players in stitches. The story-based game is an RPG with some massive twists that completely change how players think about the genre. While Undertale isn't one of the 100-hour experiences like some other RPGs, it doesn't have to be. The game is incredibly powerful in a small 10 to 15-hour package. At number 3, we've got Cadence of Hyrule. The Legend of Zelda Crypt of the Necrodancer title Cadence of Hyrule is a fantastic indie game that can't be played online in any way. That doesn't matter in the slightest though, as the title is fantastic without the need for any online content. The game is set in Hyrule and has all of the usual characters and enemies that players would expect from a Zelda title. Unlike a traditional Zelda game, however, it's rhythm-based, with players attacking on the beats of a fantastic soundtrack composed of classic Zelda music. It's not at all a traditional Zelda game, but it's a blast nonetheless. At number 2, we've got Dragon Quest XI-S Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition. Dragon Quest XI-S is considered by many to be one of the best JRPGs of all time, and with very good reason. Thanks to its great story and gameplay, the latter of which features numerous quality of life improvements over other JRPGs, there's little reason to doubt that conclusion. The Switch version of the game features many enhancements over the original title. The main story alone should keep players busy for at least 40 hours, with the endgame content taking total playtime up towards the 100-hour mark. It's a fantastic game to try out, and the Switch is hands down the best place to play it. And taking our spot at number 1, Celeste. Those who have yet to experience Celeste are seriously missing out and owe it to themselves to right this wrong as soon as physically possible. The masterfully crafted indie platformer features a scalable difficulty, which is very necessary for this super intense game. It's a game that requires a lot of patience and skill, as making it through to the end is in no way an easy task. Beyond the great gameplay, the title also features an introspective story and a stunning art style. There's a lot to love about Celeste, and all of it can be loved completely offline. And there you have it, folks, the 10 best Nintendo Switch games that don't require an internet connection. Let us know in the comments what are some of your favorite Switch games that you like to play offline. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, be sure to visit GameRant.com for more top-notch gaming content. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care for now.